All right, to last lesson, lesson 5. So this is solving logarithmic equations, and we have 5 here. I believe this on your worksheet should be changed by now, but just in case it's not, make sure you write that. For number 16, let's start here. So the goal here, I guess the issue here is that there's a few different ways we can solve these. But for sure, the thing you always need to do is if there's more than one log on one side of the equal sign, you need to combine them. Okay? So like number 17, there are 2 logs on this side of the equal sign. So we have to combine them to condense them before moving on. Now this one only has 1 log on one side of the equal sign. That's a good thing. This actually looks like this formula. Log base b of a equals x, right? So we could label this b, a, x, and we can put it in this form. Remember this form? B to the x equals a. So I could say b, which is 3, to the x, which is x, equals a, which is 81. Now, what power makes this, what makes this true? What number for x makes this true? So my answer is going to be 4. If you put this in a calculator, if you do 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 4 times, you're going to get 81. That's your answer. That's it. Now, number 17, we have to, just like I said, we have to get these 2. Whenever you have 2 logs on one side of the equal sign, we're going to condense it into 1. And we have to think back to our log properties from lesson 3. If it's addition here, we're going to be multiplying what's inside here. So I'm going to say log base 4 of 3x, or 3 times x, equals 4. Now notice now how this looks like number 16, doesn't it? You see how now there's just one log on one side, right? And we can label this b, a, and x. So b to the a equals x. So I'm sorry, b to the x equals a. So b, which is 4, to the x, which is also 4, equals a, which is 3x. 4 to the 4th, I think, is 256. Let me check on my calculator. Yes, so 256, 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 is 256. It's not 16, be careful. Then we're going to divide both sides by 3. And that equals 85.33333. So I'm just going to say 33 equals x. That's your answer. Okay, let's keep going. Number 18. Now, remember, I said if you have 2 logs on one side of the equal sign, we need to combine them before moving on. So I have 2 logs. I have to combine them into 1. How do I do that? Well, to condense them, this is plus. So what are we going to do with this? I'm going to multiply. So I'm going to take my 5 and I'm going to multiply it to x minus 3. And then I'm going to say equal log base 5 of 10. Okay, I'm going to multiply here. Log base 5 of 5x minus 15, because I distribute that 5, equals log base 5 of 10. Now, once you've combined the 2 logs and you have 1 log on this side and you have 1 log on this side, they cancel out. And you're just going to have now 5x minus 15 equals 10. And you can only cross the logs out if you have 1 on each side and if you've condensed them. If you cross them off here, you're going to get the wrong answer. Okay, you have to condense them first, because if you cross them off here, then you would have, oops, I'm crossing off the wrong things. Then you would have 5 plus x minus 3, right? But it's not being added. That's why you have to put them together. You have to combine them first before you cross the logs off. Okay, plus 15, now we're just solving for x. And we know how to do this. It's just a regular solving equations, right? So your answer is going to be x equals 5. Okay, number 19, we're almost done. Now this one, okay, just like, you know how you had 1 log on one side of the equal sign and then something else on the other side? Same thing here, we want to get the natural log on one side of the equal sign. So I'm going to subtract 4 natural log of 3x equals 4. And I do like to do this because it's supposed to be a cursive. Natural log. Okay, now this has a base of e. Remember, just like if there's a log, there's a base of 10. If you have a natural log, there's a base of e. So you're going to say e to the 4th equals 3x. Now, how did I do that? Because just the same way, this is b, this is a, and this is x. B to the x equals a. So e to the 4th, no, yes, e to the 4th equals 3x. Okay, e to the 4th. I have no idea what that is. Let me check on my calculator. E to the 4th is 54.598. Okay, and then I'm going to divide. Let me do this first. I'm going to divide by 3. So in my calculator, I'm going to write e to the 4th over 3 equals x. Now, on the calculators in class, you're going to have to do, shoot, I hope I remember this right. Second ln, because I don't have a calculator from class in my hand. Second ln, which will give you something that looks like this. I hope I'm doing this right. And then you're going to type 4. And then just push enter. And then divide. And then divide 3. Okay, because I forget. I think you need to close the parentheses. But anyways, just do that. And then you should get 18.199, which I'm just going to round to 20. And that's your answer. Okay, number 20. Last one. Remember how we had to get natural log on one side? I have to get e to the x on one side. So I'm going to add 5 to both sides. And then that's 25. And then remember when you have an e, the opposite of e, or how I figure e out, how I get rid of e, is I'm going to take the natural log of both sides. So I'm going to say natural log of both sides. So what's in red, I kept the same. That's from the equation above. And then you have to take the natural log of both sides. Now, and the reason we have to do this, by the way, is because I have an x in the exponent. If I have an x in the exponent, I need to get it I need to get it down from the exponent so I can solve for x. So my natural log makes it so that I can bring my x to the front. Okay, this x comes to the front. So now it's going to be, let me not put it there. I'm going to do it in this step. X natural log e, right, equals natural log 25. So I don't have, so this x now is now down to the front, and now all I have is natural log e, and my x is in the front. Now I'm going to divide both sides by natural log e, and x equals, I'm going to put that in my calculator. Now if you remember, natural log of e actually equals 1. If you remember that, you don't have to divide by it. But if you don't know what I'm talking about, just do what I did right here. Okay? Your answer when you do this should be 3.22 because you round. And that is it.